champion Golden State Warriors. Welcome everyone to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. With Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge will never write another traditional sports column. Please don't say that so Wilsons. We'll say that.
Well, now you just have to tweet. You need 280 characters, and he's going to pretend you're a writer.
What do you think of social media?
I actually think for basketball it's been a huge advantage. And it hasn't been a huge advantage for a lot of other things, but I think it's made basketball a lot more fun. I do worry, though, sometimes that people are just watching the Twitter feed over the games. I still think there's an advantage for people who actually are watching what's going on versus watching people's reactions to what's going on.
Interesting. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Thunder. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. Inside pairing is Grant and Adams. And it's George in at the small forward. Kevin Durant, an MVP, multiple championships, but he continues to add new wrinkles to his game and takes pride in that part of his game.
Yeah, last year was the two-way play in the defense in the first 2.5 months of the year. They faded off. That whole team, I think, got tired. I asked some of the worries about it last year, just why they get tired when, you know, it wasn't like 17 was that grueling. They kind of rolled through the league. But I think it's just day-to-day the Bulls have to be on the spotlight every year in the league.
Best punch ever done.
Yeah, you're out in Charlotte. It's the highlight of Charlotte's season to play you, and I think it does wear those guys down. I think the next step with him would be, can he evolve into a stretch five? What could he be Al Horford basically and take all the Draymond minutes when Draymond's not playing and just be the other five?
How many stretch fives are in the NBA? Can we count them on one hand, or think of them?
It's that Al Horford, and there's not many. There's not many. But, I mean, a 7-foot guy who's one of the best, 8 shooters of all time is your stretch five. That's pretty good.
Can Jokic shoot three?
Yeah.
He's got an outside shot, doesn't he?
Unfortunately, Jokic stretches the other team's total. Exactly. So he's a stretchy. The team's total to 120 defender.
Now Westbrook, after the missed three from Klay Thompson. And they get it. And the layup by George.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Green, the screen. And Cousins kicks to Curry. Cousins with a screen for Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off a good pick. I want to get that one. He gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Yes, that goes in.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Warriors leading by 3. Curry kicks to Green. There's a screen. Thompson up top to the left side wing. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off the shot. Cousins banked in off the boards. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
The bruising power of Cousins. Once he gets in prime position, he goes straight to work.
The chemistry of this Warriors team is so special, Bill. Klay Thompson's unselfishness and the fact that he just lets the game come to him, big part of it.
Super unselfish, doesn't care about his shots. A beloved teammate by all accounts. He's the guy that all the other guys mentioned first when they talk about, hey, what word, ... and it's Klay. The answer is Klay to everything. Who's the most fun warrior? Who's the craziest warrior? Tell me a funny story about one of your teammates. It's always Klay. He just has so many thankless jobs for them. A lot of times he's guarded the best player in the other team. He's guarded point guards at some point during every run in the playoffs for them. And it's just a great guy to have on your team. It's hard to imagine the Warriors without him. I think at some point maybe the salary cap will dictate they can't keep all 4 of these guys. And Klay is always the logical candidate to, you trade him, you turn him into 2 cheaper, younger pieces. But
I'd hate to see him over.
well, and they hurt because The thing with him and Curry together, it's been such a unique combo to have two of the best free shooters in the league on the same team. Their stats now together are starting to just crush everything. Like, they've made more threes than any other player.
And here is Curry. He has 7. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Overs in the pass to Westbrook. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. On the wing, George. 6 to shoot. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Stolen by George. Passes it to Adams. Back to George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant. The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And it's been an issue for them, as it was last year. Only 72% from the line. Wow. We have something in his eye on that shot.
Maybe. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only 1 ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Collins on the team?
Collins, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo Ray.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever of the kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. Triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half of the first overtime. But then woke up because everybody was standing for the second overtime, so I had to get up.
Durant took a lot of heat for his move to the Warriors in 2016. But it doesn't look like he's regretted it one bit.
Durant hits them both.
Once he gets into a groove like that, he can just count it.
Under trailing by 6. Westbrook with it. Down low. Here's Grant. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they will goaltender.
Close to getting the block there. You can look at those calls because you're going to have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Looking at here's anything now for the Warriors. The 50% mark. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors leading by 6. Bill, 1 shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
I think he has the most ways to get a good shot. I was looking at it as, is it a quality shot to get on? So he can post the smaller guy up, he can shoot a 3, he's got the pull-up hissy jumper as he calls it. He can go to the lane, pump fake, do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron? Playoff LeBron would be better.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Westbrook against Curry. Outside Westbrook. Inside. And just miss after miss right now. The Warriors shooting an impressive 60% early. The drive by Cousins. That went good for 2. Cousins has got 8.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. What do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, no surprise. He said their focus has to be on defense when you're going up against a team that's so crafty on offense. He said we have to avoid mental lapses because they will take advantage. We'll see if they're on their game tonight, Kevin.
Great job, David. So they know how dangerous this team can be if they get on a roll.
And that means contesting every single shot. It's going to take a lot of effort on D, but they can't give up those easy baskets.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see any type of adjustments as well, because with the type of effort they're going to exert, they're going to need to keep some fresh legs out there. They may have to go deeper into their bench than usual to make sure they don't put it down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely the same. Terrific first quarter. Good movement there. And the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Warriors leading by 13. Curry kicks to Cousins. Back to Curry. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And here we are, the Warriors' final sequence build. They'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown. And, you know, the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody for years and years there. Just like very blue-collar, old school, fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you can feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, you know, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said. Under trailing by 11. Schroeder passes to George. Adams with the spin on Iguodala. George kept alive. Another shot. Adams' shot is off.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup, it turns into nothing.
The shot's good from Jaredko.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Oklahoma City shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Schroeder dishes to Adams. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Adams has got his second basket of the night.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Curry on the wing. Poked away. Jaredko kicks to Bell. The baseline jam. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his fourth rebound in this one. Curry against Schroeder. George, that's a two-pointer. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. George has got 9.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills in the offensive.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Curry. Bell with a screen on Schroeder. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Here's Livingston, running close. The shot's good. Livingston's got his first bucket of the night.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
It's all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back to the action after this word. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks about how it all meshes together.
The way I judge, whether we can play together or not is on the defensive end. I never really judge on the offensive end. It's about picking each other up on the defensive end and all being on a string.
Defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The forwards, George and Grant. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Diallo, and it's Noel in at the foul spot. Bill, a top advisor for the U.S. High School Athletics and Activities Division, recommended that schools adopt esports programs. What's your take on that?
I'm all in. It's probably my son's only chance to go to college, so I really hope it happens. No, listen, the world changes every decade, and you got to change with it. And the reality is, esports is one of the biggest things we have now. And if you're under 15, you're way more likely to play video games and be good at that than you are to do anything else. So why wouldn't we be able to benefit from
Oh, come on!
the whole
Get the fuck
esports
out of here!
in general, just the audiences they're getting, and as a spectator, that's been building. So why wouldn't that work for college?
It's to Curry. On deep, the long distance three is good. Curry's got 17. Thinking about how much sports video gaming has changed over the decades, Bill. Can you imagine a 13, 14-year-old Bill Simmons with the 2K product? You would just be all over that, wouldn't you?
You have no idea, Kevin. I was there for every step of the video game revolution. I had a television and an Atari. I had Nintendo. I had Super Nintendo. I had all three of the first PlayStations.
You played them all the time.
I played entire Madden seasons on the treadmill when I was like in my early 30s. Try playing any video game on the treadmill. Try it and try not falling off. It's impossible.
I'm sure
I've been there every step of the way. Pro esports, basketball. I'm jealous of the people who can play 2K well because there's just that's how I've got so many buttons and so many things to remember. I'm always so impressed when people just remember all the combinations and stuff. I'm jealous.
Like your son does it.
My son can do
plays
it.
I know.
But I could have done it. I
know you could.
I want to take 1984 me out of a time machine and just give me this game. I would have unleashed.
Yeah, but 13-year-old Bill Simmons would like what 40-year-old Bill Simmons is.
13-year-old Bill Simmons would be amazed that 48-year-old Bill Simmons was getting paid to do anything. He'd really be excited about that. Just that he wasn't living at home. We would have been fired up.
Livingston, no luck.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade in those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
Kevin Durant with the slam.
Love the vision for Thompson. You've been surrounded by superstars. You learn to keep your eyes up.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to Patterson. He feeds it to Noel. Rebound by Repko.
Good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Wonderful anticipation. He needs to play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the breaker. Now, He might have to sit out until halftime.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for your Redco. Warriors on D. 17-point lead, their biggest. Screen by Adams. Westbrook passes to Adams. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And it's 6 points for Steven Adams.
Oh, how pretty was that? Use the rim to protect the ball. Perfect.
Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. People might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Hey, Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess
well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in.
All right, we'll put him in. I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. We had 3. If you do 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row. You saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title
with no superstar.
Right, and you saw, in 06, the Pistons. Remember, they were on pace to win 70 games. They had 4 All-Stars. The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be All-Stars too.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Russell Westbrook, and he's good on the 3-ball. Durant's got 7.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
He never backs down. Thanks, David. Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Klay Thompson. To the inside, and stolen by Cousins. Outside Durant, out to Thompson. There's the triple. The basket put off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
And D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Screen by Grant. Will it go? Westbrook with the bucket.
All about the pick there. I mean, that. Shed his man and square up for the jump.
Livingston passes to Bell. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Steph Curry's checked in for Golden State. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
Here's Westbrook. Terrific design on a big foot. He lays it in. Westbrook's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Warriors leading by 22. Outside Curry. Screen by Cousins. Launches it. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks to George. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Down low and stolen by Cousins. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And that one drops. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Be careful. This is where Steph is near impossible to slow down. Open court in transition.
Westbrook against Bell. Here's Grant. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. That free throw missing.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Durant. Now here's Curry. 19 points in the game. Thompson for 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the second free throw, good. Warriors leading by 22. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You gotta be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get caught.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Iguodala. Screen by Cousins. Iguodala kicks to Cousins. Out to Thompson. Shoots the 3. Good. It's Cousins picking up the assist. 11 points for Klay Thompson.
Doesn't get any brighter than it is for Thompson. I mean, when the 3 is there for him, he'll take it.
Patterson is screen on Iguodala. It's stolen by Bell. Now here's Iguodala. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. No good with the triple. Your passes to Patterson. In the corner, George with it. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Greg, a lot of great sports writers out there, also great commentators. And then there's Bill Simmons. He's kind of carved out his own category.
You know, Bill once said he will never write a traditional sports column, and he stayed true to that. He writes from the viewpoint of a passionate sports fan and brings that to his commentary as well. And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Anderson's in the pick for George. Over Iguodala. George, no good. Warriors leading by 22. Thompson for 3. And Roberson pulls it down. 30 seconds left in the first half. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Schroeder. And that's 17 points for Paul George. Warriors shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Curry against Schroeder. Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. 6 to shoot. On deep. Connects from 3-point range. Curry's got 11 points in the quarter.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spot. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding high.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to... Thanks so much, David. And what... step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 25 points, 3 steals, and 1 block. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly. And so far, he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? That about wraps it.
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Curry has been sensational.
And for the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive. Picked up a number of steals.
Oh, well, you take some chances. Sometimes you can get burned, but you hope more often than not that you can be a catalyst for the team.
Chris, you and I love guys with a great handle, and they can finish with either hand. I know you've got a couple guys that you think do it better than most.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, right,
He's
exactly.
one of the best finishers that I've seen. Oh my goodness, the way he can finger roll you with his left hand and throw it up so high the rain will come down with it. Off of both legs, you have to look at a guy like Harden as well. The way he shoots up off of LeBron James, as strong as he is, it seems like he just does it. So I can keep going with those guys. Don't forget about Mike Conley. He's ambidextrous. He might just shoot a jump shot with either hand. So you got to be careful with these guys. Great finishers.
Good names you mentioned. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Iguodala out there with Durant, and it's Cousins in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here in this third quarter, just over in that play. George dishes the Patterson. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Andre Iguodala, and the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Adams, he's checked in for Noel. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Thompson misses, under trailing by 19. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Patterson a screen on Thompson. Outside, George. Patterson a screen on Durant. George. And too long on the shot.
And that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it has to happen sometime.
Westbrook against Curry. Back to Thompson. Cannons the shot with nobody near him. Thompson's got 13.
Is there anybody with a quicker release than Thompson? I mean, if there is, I haven't seen it. That's a lightning quick trigger.
Westbrook against Thompson. Adams with the screen on Thompson. Here's Westbrook. Good D by Thompson.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He needs to play perfectly there with the quick reaction time.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Adams with the screen on Thompson. And the rejection by Cousins.
One of the things Cousins has continued to develop is defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
And he gets it to go. And it's 9 points for Kevin Durant.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Good. That's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they dominated.
George against Durant. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 4 this quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Durant kicks to Green. Back to Durant. Good as Green picking up the assist.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Passes it to George. lets it go from 11. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. And he was one of many big names in free agency this past summer. Paul George, a huge part of that. But, you know, Greg, he didn't take long to make his decision.
Many expected George to maybe jump to the Lakers. Had been saying it was his dream to play in LA for over a year. But credit Westbrook and the Thunder. They won him over. He was one of the first signings in free agency to re-up with OKC.
And they get it back. Green, the screen. It's Durant with the drive. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Grant. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Grant's got 9.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Here's the pass to Livingston. That's a floater go, and that's 2 points on the late. 8 points for him.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Outside Westbrook. Grant with a screen on Curry. Westbrook passes to Grant. It's stolen by Jerebko. Jumps up, and then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, Kevin, you can't afford to leave someone open around Curry. He's great at keeping his head on the swivel.
Westbrook against Curry. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against the guy who towers over him.
But it's just an attitude, a way of life. You can't let people see you back down. But when they take it as a sign of weakness, expect that treatment every time.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Here's Grant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father is Harvey, uncle is Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. It's his first trip to the line.
Warriors, Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, one thing you love about Klay Thompson is he's just cool and calm. I mean, he stays in his own lane. Steve Kerr says he's not low maintenance, but he's no maintenance. He plays hard at both ends. He just wants to win. And then he goes home and walks his bulldog rocker. Bulldogs, you can't really walk in that much. That's about it.
Here's Green. That's it. They're not the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Assists like that have typified your effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Westbrook kicks to Diallo. You can't hit that time. Curry was a nice D. And you look at Klay, not a care in the world.
Well, he's smooth, man. He has a carefree attitude. It helps in the locker room. I think it also helps him as a smooth shooter, even if he misses a couple. He just keeps shooting.
Noel's checked in for the Thunder.